Hi guys, it's me Steph. I bet you're wondering where I'm at this time. Well, I'm back here in my home London. In London, my home. I'm living in Northampton and yeah, I'm studying there. You've noticed in my videos that I've got 3 destinations. I will have this home, my other one in my purple room, that's my new home, and the other one when I'm in a flat, that was my old home. Okay, what can I say? Like, it's hard being back here in London. First of all, it's because I'm just so much memories of me and my ex, like going out everywhere, hanging out, watching movies, going shopping, and just so much memories here, and it's really hard. It has been quite a struggle, honestly and truly it has been, and I've only been back for a couple of days now. Yeah, I don't know what to say or think. It is hard, as a Christian myself, we are gonna come through seasons of we're gonna go through challenges, and it is going to be hard, because the Bible showed that Jesus had a rough time on earth as well, and he's living proof that it isn't always going to be easy. But if you stick by God, you remain faithful to Him and loyal to Him, and you always look up to Him and no one else, then God will always protect you and guide you through things, and I truly, I'm not going to lie to you, I am still madly in love with my ex. He's all I ever think about. Well, not always. He's not always all I think about. I think a lot about God as well. I always talk to God, I always pray to God, I always do my praise and worship. But sometimes he does come across my mind, my ex, and when he does, I tend to spend some next hours thinking about him. But then I realise, how can I love someone who just doesn't love me back? It's a two-way thing, and if someone doesn't love you, there's no point trying to hope or even think there could be a chance of getting back with them if they don't love you in that way. And it's understandable that he wants to do his own thing. He wants to just be with his friends, before it never used to be such a problem. And can I say, God should always be your number one. God should always be your first priority, and not your friends. Friends shouldn't even go near the top, to be honest. God should always be your number one, and not your friends. You see, and I know I'm going to get head turners already, but that's the truth. Your friends are not always going to be there. Your friends they're going to be there when they want to be there, and when you need them the most, you'll find out who your true friends are. But with God, He's always going to be there. He knows you inside out. He knows what's in your heart. He knows what lies inside of you. He knows your desires. He just knows everything about you. And your friends, I don't even want to go there. I'm not going to. I do have friends, but during this time, I've learnt who my true friends are, and do you know what? I don't like condemning people, but if you're just gonna live in sin, there's no point of you being in my life anyway. It's the wrong mentality to have, but I speak the truth, and if you can't face it, then what's the point? Do you know what I mean? I don't have a problem, but if you've got a problem with me because I'm a Christian, there's no point in trying to, Anyway. Oh God, this is so weird. Weird in the sense that I'm talking about my personal life, publicising it on YouTube. Who does that? I don't know, but all I do know is that When you've got God in your life, you're no longer in danger. When you've got God in your life, it's no longer emotional, you know. As long as you've got God in your life, everything will get better in time. Like with me, like I was in a 2-year relationship, and this non-Christian girl comes along and I don't know, whatever. Do you know what I mean? You know, I know that was really rude of me. That was so unchristian-like of me to judge her for not even being a Christian. But what can I say? If you're living in sin, you ain't gonna be in heaven. You're gonna go straight to hell, mate. And that's the truth. You know, people look at me, they take one look at me and assume, oh, but this girl says she's a Christian, but she's judgmental, she don't even, like, you know, she don't, like, you wouldn't think I'm a Christian, you know. That's what I hear from people, and I'm like, well, when you get to know me, you realise how I live and everything. Like people at university, they were shocked to find out I was a Christian, but when they observe me further, they realise, well, this girl doesn't drink, this girl doesn't go out with guys, this girl doesn't club, this girl doesn't watch these types of film, this girl, when she dresses up, she doesn't like expose her body, she talks differently, she doesn't swear, she's this and this and this. And I'm like, well, you don't always need to use such vile words. You don't even need to have that in your vocabulary. What's the point of drinking? You're not drinking yourself better and making things worse for your life. You're not only putting your life in, like, your health in risk, but you're also putting other people around you at risk if you do some next antics with them. And I don't see the point in living for the world, because what's the world going to give you in the end? In the end, as long as you got God in your life, everything's going to be so much better, and no one's going to bring you down, or, God's just so amazing, He's so loving, and I just wish you guys could see that and understand, like, how He's changed me to such a better person. And trust me, I used to be such a bad person. I used to be so rude, so angry, so vile, and trust me, like, I hated who I was. I truly did hate who I was, and now I've become a better person through Christ. I feel like there's this fire that's burning inside of me. Like there's this glow that's inside of me that's always just shining, and I just want people to see that. Some guys on the street try it with me, and I'm like, sorry mate, if you ain't got God in your life, you ain't getting none of this. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're looking for a wife, then But if you haven't got God, if you haven't got no relationship with God, then don't come talking to me. Don't even take a look at me. Don't even be lustful in that way, man. And it makes me so mad to see the world and what it's become, and to think I used to be part of it. And it's so depressing and so sad to see people just living for the world, people living with no purpose, people just being silly about things. And it's just like, come on guys, God can do so much for you. God can do so much for you, and I just wish you guys could see that. He's done so much for me in my life. Like all these guys that I come across on the road, they're always saying, oh, are you sure you're a Christian by the way you dress? I don't think so. I'm like, excuse me, does it look like I'm exposing my body? No. What am I holding in my right hand? My Bible. So what are you going to do? Open up a scripture, start preaching, Mandem just starts walking away, and I'm thinking, I thought so. Because you're living... You know what I'm going to say. My goodness. What can I say, man? It does irritate me. It really does. And what can you do? The world's falling into itself. The end is coming. That's the truth. People don't want to hear it. People say you're crazy as soon as you mention about the end coming. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't see it or speak it. But that's the truth. The end is coming. And there are so many souls on this earth that are not going to go into heaven. They're going to go straight down to hell. I just want you guys to think about that.